Mary.
And I'm Donovan.
We are fourth graders in Miss Fidolfi's class. In our class, we are doing something called the Genius Hour. Genius Hour is a time where we get to explore topics that we are interested in.
Genius Hour gives us choice and agency. We are in charge of our learning.
The idea of Genius Hour comes from Google. That's right, the company Google. Years ago, Google provided 1 day a week for workers to study a topic of interest. However, in their case, it had to improve the company somehow. Google found the productivity and engagement increased once they started this.
Our research starts with questions, think questions. Then questions are the ones you can Google quickly and find the answer.
Thick questions are ones you can really research. An example of a thick question is how much trash is in the ocean? What can we do to decrease it? For our first Genius Hour project, students studied ocean, trash, Pompeii, the NFL, space, bridges, Helicoprion, it's a dinosaur, and chemical reactions, to name a few.
We created slideshows, models, and websites to present our learning to others. You may have even seen posters around the school. Look at these as examples.
Hi, I'm Kira Lise. And I'm Annabelle. And we are fourth graders in Miss Fidolfi's class.
Today is Veterans
Day.
This holiday honors all veterans of the United States Armed Forces.
Veterans Day occurs on November 11th every year in the United States in the honor of the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918. That signaled the end of the World War I, known as the Armistice Day.
Here's a short video about a veteran special to Charter Oak.
Good morning, Charter Oak family. Today we are happy to present to you a special interview in honor of Veterans Day. Fifth grader Gia Guara interviewed my brother, Mark Gimateo, who is a retired captain in the United States Army. We hope you enjoy today's interview, and remember, if you know a veteran or you ever see one, please thank them for their service.
Good morning, Uncle Mark.
Good morning, Gia.
The first question I have for you, what is a veteran?
A veteran is someone who served in the armed forces. There are 5 military branches: Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, and Coast Guard. I personally served in the U.S. Army.
Why did you decide to be a soldier?
Both my grandfathers served in World War II, and I always liked the idea of serving my country and fighting for freedom. I wanted to go to West Point as well. When looking at colleges in high school, I identified colleges that were just academic colleges, but West Point really stood out to me because not only did it teach you academically, but it also was a great leadership school. And what better way to go to college, also get leadership training, and then proudly serve your country.
How long did you serve in the Army?
Well, I was at West Point for 4 years, and while there I was a cadet. Upon graduation, I was commissioned as second lieutenant in the U.S. Army. So technically, the time starts when I was a commissioned officer in the year 2000. I proudly served from 2000 to 2006 as a second lieutenant, a first lieutenant, and then finally a captain.
I know you're a wounded veteran. How did you get hurt?
While I served in the Army for 6 years, I did serve one combat tour in Iraq during Operation Iraqi Freedom. I was there from 2003 to 2004, about 10 months. And during that time, I led over 100 combat missions. It was on my last mission where we were ambushed by insurgents. And while we were in a Humvee that had up armor, we were ambushed with 2 rocket-propelled grenades, one of which went in my front leg well and took off the outside portion of my right leg. I'm happy to say that nobody else in the mission got hurt, and as an officer, that's very important to me because I was the one in charge. But my leg was mangled. So it took many surgeries. I was medically evacuated from Iraq to Walter Reed in Washington, D.C., and I was an inpatient for 4 months, had more than 30 surgeries to my leg, and rehabilitation and such lasted over 2.5 years. I'm happy to report that my leg is fine and life goes on, and I'm just lucky to be alive.
Wow. You showed bravery. So, what medals did you earn?
For serving in Operation Iraqi Freedom, I earned the Combat Action Badge, the Bronze Star for Valor, as well as the Purple Heart for when I got hurt.
How did you receive the Purple Heart?
When I was at Walter Reed Army Medical Center, as I said before, I was an inpatient for about 4 months. And during that time, President Bush visited the hospital. He did every now and then, but one day he and Laura Bush and some of his staff came to the hospital, and he entered my room with my family there and actually pinned the Purple Heart during a ceremony on my chest. It was an amazing day. We have pictures from it. It's a day that my family and I will never forget.
So, now that we know what a veteran is, what does Veterans Day mean to you?
Veterans Day simply means to thank a veteran. No matter how you served and what branch of service that you served in, it's a day to reflect on all the sacrifices that veterans have made, all raising their hand and swearing to defend and protect the Constitution and answering a higher calling and doing that not for themselves but for everyone else. So it's a day simply to say to a veteran, thank you for your service. Even I, as a veteran, when I see other veterans, I do thank them for their service. It's important for our country because we do live in a country where we don't force people to join the military. Rather, it's a voluntary army, it's a voluntary military. So we should reflect on the sacrifices that people make to join the military to fight for freedom.
Great. Okay, now it is time to say the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Have a great day, and remember, ID all day, every day.
That was much better.